Welcome everybody to the Broken Ring Racing League. This is the GT3 Sprint Championship, Season 17, Round 6 here at Road Atlanta. And in the booth with me, I got Jeff Kaufhold, who's joining me. Jeff?
Well, nice to be here. Taking a break from shoveling after my 12 inches, has locked me inside.
Oh, it's pretty bizarre for the weather in other places. Here in Washington, it is just fine. We actually haven't even gotten snow in a while. But that said, we got ourselves a very hyped round for you. We have 22 rookie drivers, 8 AM class drivers, 14 pro-ams, and then we have 11 pros. That's a big stacked lineup of 55 drivers total. That said, we'll just go over to the what we got on the ranking sheet. So far, Mark Foley is in first over Peter Flanner, who's in second. Jacob Simmons in third. Braden Daniels in the Pro-Ams leads over Aiden Hertz. Kurtz Hertz. Yeah, well, it's there. Chris Lambus is in third. In the AM class, Tyler Kern is in first. Forrest Holland in second. Craig Carroll third. Followed by Travis Deegan in the rookie series. Daniel McElvey in second, and Connor Burns in third. Then for the whole team championship, it looks like it's going to Carrera Azteca, who is in first, Draft Punk Gold in second, Vols Hala in third, Thunder Thighs in fourth, Draft Punk Silver in fifth, Bluth Racing in sixth, Shake and Bake Racing in seven, Valhalla in eight, Team Juice in nine, Caffeine Global Motorsports in 10, Valhalla D's Nuts in 11, Paxman in 12, Tachyon Simsport in 13, Valhalla Motorsports again in 14, E3 Motorsports in 15, Acer Race 16, Texas Motorsports in 17, and Valhalla Black in 18. Now, that is a stack list of teams. Jeff, what can you tell me right now is what you're seeing out there? Oof, a little bump there by Mark Foley and Rodrigo Theory. A little.
That's kind of a little preview of what's going to happen. It's very kind of narrow track that leads to kind of a lot of tight racing. It's a kind of a short circuit length, so there is going to be traffic during qualifying and during the race. It'll be interesting to navigate itself. And I'm looking forward to this. Austin McGill hasn't set a time yet. Oh, now he's up there. He chose this track because he won it last season, and this was his championship choice.
Yep.
So we'll see if he can go back-to-back at Road Atlanta.
And funny enough, the champ has only raced 3 rounds. He's missed second and third round. So we have a good view of Steve McAllister for some time now. Let's go to anything else. All right. Well, Jacob Simmons is in third in the championship. He's fourth right now in on the timing sheet. Right now we have only 2 drivers in the 116s. Both drivers are rookie drivers. I'll go over this little overlay so you can see. The rookie is leading Kyle Caesar. Caesar? Did you say Caesar?
Caesar, at least based on my Google view.
Yeah, Kyle Caesar. Travis Deegan in second. Then followed by a Pro-Am of Aiden Gertz, who's in third, first in class. Jacob Simmons, first in class, fourth in the overall. As you can see all the pros hammering out from 4 to 11. And then you got Joshua D., Prashant Jayaraman, and Alex Zier, couple Pro-Ams. Then Colin Pepper, he's new. Forrest Holland is the AM class leader, and he's in 16th. And you got some more Pro-Ams, followed by some more rookies, more Pro-Ams. I think the field throughout, I guess, 12 through 36 is really dominated by the Pro-Ams. And then, the AM class has kind of just found their own way. It's a lot of rookies towards the end of the lineup there. Look at the div gaps though. It's almost nothing. From that, I'll say P3. That's Aiden, who's out there on track. He did a 117, the lowest of the 117s, and it goes 117 from P3 to P16 of Forrest Holland. Then Elliot Burton, who's in the 118s, all the way from 118 down in P17, all the way down to P41 in the 118s. That's pretty sizable. Jeff, you're pretty fast here. Where would you stack up in this? In the 118s and 117s?
Uh, I'd probably be in the 117. This track is very tricky because of all the curbs you have to hit just right to maximize your track time. And if you hit them wrong, uh, you could be in a wall. So it is very tricky to nail a consistent lap time every time you're around this track. So it's very demanding from that perspective, even though it's kind of only about 12 turns in total.
Yeah. Yeah, not only that, yeah, as you're saying, 12 turns, 10A, 10B, as they count on their own, the dip there. And then going back to the timings, P42, Matthew Zuckerman, he's the first in the 119s, and it goes 119s till the end. P44, P42, all the way to P55. It's it's gonna be pretty taxing, at least in open qualifying, as it is. This is gonna be extremely, extremely spicy for the qualifying session, at least. Not only that, but I mean, the race is gonna be one thing, but qualifying will be definitely another.
Yeah, you're going to want to try to set yourself up for a tow on the long back straight without it necessarily impeding you for the first part or the last couple corners of a lap. So it's going to be interesting if anyone's working together with someone else to try to facilitate a tow for that extra 2 or 3 tenths of a second. That might need them to kind of jump up high in the standings.
Ooh, bad one for Jake. Yeah, I totally agree, Jeff. It says the gauge is slow, so Jeff would be in the 115.
I would not. The Ferrari does not like curbs here at all. It is very, very tricky.
It looks like Austin is parking it. 3 minutes, 18 seconds left in practice. We're about to get underway with qualifying. And thank you, everybody, for joining us. This is going to be the halftime. The first half of the season could go up to anyone for the pros. We have Mark Foley, Peter Flander, and Jacob Simmons all in the battle. As Peter Flander's 7th right now, Jacob Simmons is 4th, Mark Foley is in 9th. So the battle for the pros in the first half championship is still very much alive. Braden Daniels, he's here, I believe. He's in P23, and he's leading. Aiden Hertz is in 3rd. Sorry, Gertz, not Hertz. Gertz. Aiden Gertz is in 3rd. That's a big swing of points there, because it's not only your class position that matters, it's the overall that matters more in this context. Jeff, who do you got? I mean, Chris Lambeth is in 3rd, and Chris Lambeth has a bigger hill to climb in terms of points overall. And Chris Lambeth, at the moment, is in P19 ahead of Braden Daniels, so he might get 2nd and take it from there. But it looks at the moment for Pro-Ams, Aiden Gertz is going to take a first half championship.
He set a very fast time early on, so I don't know if that was fast early on. Chris Lambert was very quick here last time as well. So I think he was on track for a top 5 finish before he had an incident that we don't speak of anymore.
Oh, yeah, I remember that incident. Well, not only that, he was going to have his first win in the Pro-Ams. That would have been his actual first win. And he was sort of robbed of that by, blue flags, but you win some, you lose some. That's just racing, I guess. Well, in the AM class, Tyler Kern, Forrest Holland, Craig Carroll, where are they at? Forrest Holland is leading right now in P16. Tyler Kern is P28. And Craig Carroll, I don't even think he's P41. Yeah. It looks like this will swing to Forrest if he can manage this. In the race,
He's having a great season so far. Now that we've kind of redone the rankings, he's kind of bringing everything he can to try to capture that kind of AM role.
Yeah, he's definitely having some good races. And for the team championship, Mark Foley and Marshall Scaria, Carrera Azteca, they're leading dominantly by over 700 points to Elliot Burton and Peter Flander, who are Draft Punt Gold. We've seen Draft Punt Gold win the team championship before, as well as a championship for the pros. I think that was Peter Flander. So it's not out of the question just yet if those two can, put the fight on for Carrera Azteca. Volshala as Brandon Burns and Connor Burns, father-son duo. They're in third, but they have 5,400 points, and we got the lead in 6,700 points. So quite a big swing. A lot of things would have to go wrong for Carrera's second to lose it for the team championship. Oh, there we go. And we are back. Welcome, everybody. This is season 17, round 6, here at Road Atlanta. And Jeff Kaufhold is with me in the booth, and he's going to take us around a lap here with Peter Flanner, who is still on his out lap, but he's the first driver to go out there. He's followed by Chris Lambeth and Joshua D. and Connor Greer. So, Jeff, just before we get to car racing here with their first in lap, just didn't want to sit in the cockpit because of the shoveling.
Yeah, I've overdone my shoulders, and I'm just very fatigued after kind of clearing my driveway in cars. So,
Understandable. Peter Flanner's in that final corner, the 12th corner at this track, and let's hear it from Jeff.
Yeah, here's turn 1. You want to kind of get to the left right before turn in. It's a very light braking zone, so it's very fast, and then you try to mash on the acceleration to the left, and then this blind turn is very tricky to nail. So you want to get the left-hand curbing, hop over this curbing, and then ride a little bit of this curbing and the S's, which is very tricky. And he did that very well. So you want to kind of straddle this curbing and then hit this curbing, jump, and go all the way out wide to the right here to maximize that exit speed. And Peter's doing a really nice job on these cold tires still. These are kind of short little braking zones where you can potentially pass, but it's very tricky. And then just a little bit of curbing. You want to use everything you can to get kind of that speed for this long straightaway. And so the track temp has cooled a little bit, it seems, from the initial practice session. But Peter's a good one. He's already opened a gap over Chris. Now here's the kind of the chicane, which is the main overtaking zone in the track. So get to the right-hand side, cut this curbing, get on the acceleration, cut this curbing, go all the way out wide, and then it's full throttle down this part of the racetrack, opening it up. And this is tricky full throttle early on, but it should be easy as the tires warm up later in the race.
So we should see those times going down the leaderboard there. As right now, it looks like Peter Flanner's going to hold on to first. You don't often see that. Usually the second guy gets a little bit of a tow. At this point, we're going to see it now. There's Travis Deegan already taking first. And the times are going to be shuffling in, because now we have over 13 drivers. The driver that I'm trying to think of here, Mark Foley, has yet to set a time as he's going up the hill. That doesn't bode well for his championship. One of his rivals is right in front of him. Yep.
Yeah, with this new tire model, it usually will take about 3 to 4 laps before they're at their optimal temperature and maximum grip. So I wonder if he's just kind of settling right behind Jacob for a little bit to warm up those tires while hopefully getting a tow when they're kind of working a little bit better in about 2 or 3 laps.
And so far we have 35 drivers who have set times across the board. And this is, oh, I got to remember this one. Andrew Fagan. Like, rhymes with pagan. Fagan. These are German last names. It's the same thing with the other ones. It's hard to say. I think I got this one. Zach Probst. Probst? Don't know about this one at all then. Probst. That's probably German, right? Aiden Gertz has just set the fastest time, 1:17. It's rough.
Huh. But that is a flying time early on, so this is going to be interesting to see who can nab pole here.
Yep. And Mark Foley goes into 8th as Austin McGill now leads the fastest lap. 1:17.3. It was bound to be expected here. This newcomer of Kyle Caesar has gotten first. A lot of times across the board.
I think it's going to be a challenge between Kyle, Austin, and Travis for pole. Although Joshua Jablonski set a flying time already, So we
Yeah,
might be in contention for pole as well.
it just went off track there, though, for that lap, so will be an invalid one for him on this one. But Jacob Simmons is out there, followed by Mark Foley, and Jacob Simmons is not going to give Mark a toe. Talk about gamesmanship there.
I think
Chris-
they were just doing a nice little swap to hopefully now he's going to repay the favor of the toes.
Hopefully. I think this is new. I don't remember seeing this Kermit on Chris Lambeth before.
That is a nice livery.
Yeah, that's Kermit on the backside there. All right, we got 48 drivers here, have set times on the board. People are going to shuffle through, but I'll try to just go down the line. If they shuffle, I'll make note. So far, we have 48 drivers set times. Steve Gauss in 48, Mark Sherman 47, Zach Probst in 46, Theo Nolasco in 45, Austin Reed in 44, Angel Manel Soto in 43. 44 is Oliver Burks goes to 43, Todd Bielmore in 42, Tom Smith 41, Prashant Jayaraman in 40, Andrew Fagan in 39, Craig Carroll 38. Oliver Burks moves up to 38, pushing Craig Carroll back. Matt Benson in 37. Austin Reed is now up into 36 with his time across the board. Todd Bielmore goes up to 37. Jake Daly into 36. Matthew Zuckerman 35. Stephen Gausser improves to 44. Daryl Carrington into 34. Brandon Langlands in 33. Tom Smith now into 32. Felipe Nunez 31. Craig Reese 30. Reagan Chandler in 29. Connor Greer in 28. Tyler Kern in 27. Marshall Scary 26. Seth Hansen 25. Braden Daniels 24. Alex Zier in 23. 24. Chris Chitterling in 23. Eric Kunzman 22. Brandon Burns 21. Rodrigo Theory 20. Braden Daniels 19. Jacob Simmons 18. Colin Pepper in 17. Boris Holland 16. John Javecki 15. Nick Mazza 14. Chris Lambert 13. Chris Stewart in 13. Joshua D is in 12th. Ben Lafter in 11th. Rodrigo Theory up into 16. Elliot Burton in 10th. Nick Mazza now into 10th. Prashant Jayaraman into 9th. Mark Foley into 8th. Max Poe into 7th. Peter Flander into 6th. Joshua Jablonski 5. Aiden Gertz in 4th. Travis Stegan in 3rd. Austin McGill in 2nd. And Kyle Caesar in 1st. That's everybody across the line. I think there's a little bit more than that. God, I don't know, because I went down the line. I should have just started. John Storr is in 46. I think I didn't get that guy. Jake Daly into 40. I'm not sure if I said his name. It's rough out there. We have Rick Wishon, who's out there. Oh, I caught him at the wrong time.
Yeah. That lovely commentator's curse that you bring. Jason.
Yeah, that would have been the last. So we have Zach Probst has gone up into 32nd. We have a ton of drivers who are just sitting out on qualifying right now. Jacob Simmons now with the fastest lap. Whoa, Austin McGill gets it back.
Yeah, Jacob was the first one in the 16s, followed quickly by Austin. Now Kyle again. Oh wow.
Wow, they're separated with less than a tenth. Wow.
This is going to be interesting to see how it falls out at the end. These kind of four are just swapping fastest times back and forth.
Now, Travis doesn't have a bit of a toe here. He's got nobody to help him. Whereas you can see Jacob Simmons. He's also, he's sort of, that's a 1.5 second gap. That's not good enough to help him. Austin McGill also doesn't really have that luxury. But you know, I would say Kyle doesn't either. All four of these drivers don't really have the luxury of a driver to help them with that little bit of a toe, but
wow, given how tight that is, anything you get on a toe would be very advantageous to getting pole for this event.
Yeah, Joshua D just improves into 13th. Zach Probst finding the limits here. He's improved again, a 118.2, putting him in 27th. Mind you, the 18s, Braden Daniels is just ahead of him. The lowest 18 is in 22nd. And the 117's lowest, highest you can do right now is the 21s, Colin Pepper. Angel Manila Soto goes into P26 with his time across the board. Very sweaty amongst the mid-pack. Brandon Lafter up into 11th. and I think he's calling it.
Yeah, it's amazing sometimes in qualifying how just a 2/10 can be a difference of sometimes 5 to 10 positions, which just is not much of a difference on a single corner for that to make a big impact on your starting position in this league.
It is quite something. Now, Jeff, do you think Mark has something left in the tank here? Is he just putting in some, as you're saying, trying to find the optimal window for when he really pushes it? He's got a bit of a toe. He's 7/10 to Elliott Burton. He is the driver that is leading the Pro Class Championship. What do you think?
I think he has. Oh, he just jumped up to 6th. I think that was a good advantage for
Wow.
Mark. So
Really pushing
yeah,
it.
I think everyone's going to be just pushing it from that last extra 10th. So that was an impressive lap for Mark. He's going to want to be up there. His big advantage is kind of qualifying speed and fuel saving. So he's up there in the top 5 when it comes to the pit cycle. I would be very careful of him coming out of the pits in P1.
Yeah, and he's just behind Max Poe. A little bit of a spin there. He's out of that.
That's what I'm saying. That turn in particular, you want to carry as much speed as you can, but if you hit those curbs just incorrectly, you're headed to a barrier.
I don't even know how to change that without. Yeah, that would have been one of those. I should have done that before I started this stream, but that's the professionalism you get out of old me. Thank you, Moosey Will, for following. Good God, that was loud. I don't think you heard that. I hope you didn't hear that. Oh man, that was rough. It also scared the shit out of me. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's hey,
They're
where's
really loud. That's my first time hearing it, like in the broadcast booth through you.
yeah?
It just does come out of nowhere, as opposed to
does.
watching on the stream.
It's literally out of nowhere, and you can thank this guy who I hope has a bad lap, Chris Lambeth, who created this little soundboard bit thing that plays, and I don't know when it's occurring. It doesn't give me any notification. It just comes out of the blue. And look at that. It's not going to happen now. I'm now seeing it as Cat Stack has put in points to that blips a noise, but not this time. I'm safe. Chris Lambeth, I hope, is not. He's in 20th at the moment.
He successfully navigated traffic and got a good tow kind of coming on the backstretch, so hopefully he can improve here with his time.
I hope he doesn't. I hope he's given me frights. And I think he knew he was, and he has not improved on that last lap. Peter Flanner, who's sitting 2nd in the championship, 9th right now in class. Actually, wait, 6th in class. Aiden is in 7th, and he is 1st in class for the Pro-Ams. P2 to P10. A lot of pros. Travis Deegan in 4th. He's 2nd in class. Kyle Cesar has kept it on pole. We'll see if he can hold on to pole, as Austin McGill is actually in the pit, so we're not going to see him change with 1 minute and 8 seconds left to go. So it's Jacob Simmons, Travis Deegan, Joshua Jablonski, Mark Foley, Nick Maz is still out there in 8th, and Peter Flanner also pushing. Prashant's out there with Elliott. Nope. I don't know if Elliott's going to get a... Well, Elliott's going back out there, but he's not going to...
He might be just trying to recenter himself on full fuel loads and what that's going to be like at the race start.
Well,
and that's why you practice on being going on full fuel.
yeah.
It is going to be hard to set faster laps now that you've had just 15 minutes of running on these tires. This track can wear those tires with these high-speed turns. So let's see if anyone else has just another kind of 10th or 2 that they can find to get up the leaderboard.
20 seconds left. These two can go again. Boris Holland also out there with Mark Foley. And Rick Wishon's in 37th, so he did get a time across the board. And Nick Mazzo may finally... I think this will be the last one. Oh, So he's going to finish out qualifying. Nick was in 8th. Stays 8th. Austin McGill's in. Peter Flanner has a little bit to go. What do we have in the booth with you, Jason? Oh, it's Chef Kaufhold and one of the Valhalla teams. Are you guys just mainly Valhalla? Because there's a bunch of Valhalla ones, but they're all different Valhallas. Yes, you were with Gage Hines, who I've said his name wrong every single time in the stream.
We just need to go to Gage Hams. Yams.
Yams.
We call them Yams now because of you.
Peter crossed the line. That's unfortunate. Yeah. Well, I mean, what was the wife there for then? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. I just like the H got to be silent. That's what. Hey, that's what Hooked on Phonics does to kids that grew up in the '90s. We just do that. No improvement from Mark Foley. No improvement from Jacob Simmons. No improvement from Jake Daly there, and Rick Wishon across the line. No improvement from him as well. Mark Sherman is on an outlap. No, that's not going to go for anything. Maybe this one can for Patrick Rich. 56 drivers that are out there. Why are the pros letting a rookie beat them? Oh, wow. That's rich. That's coming from the 5-time champ. Trey Mistak. 5-time champion. I did look it up. From when they started the GT3 Sprint Championship, he has won 5 championships. And there you have it.
Yeah. It's going to be exciting with the top 4 just separated by 1/10 of a second for this race.
You know who's in P1 through 15? You can see it on the leaderboard over at the side. We will call off John Javecki in P16, Colin Pepper 17, John Storer 18, Alex Zier 19, Chris Stewart 20, Brendan Burns 21, Chris Lambert 22, Marshall Scary 23, Rodrigo Theory 24, Angel Bonello Soto 25, Forrest Holland 26, Tyler Kern 27, Braden Daniels 28, Craig Grayson 29, Eric Koonsman 30, Felipe Benunez 31, Matt Benson 32, Regan Chandler 33, Zach Probson 34, Jake Daly 35, Seth Hansen 36, Rick Rishon in 37, Craig Carroll 38, Connor Greer 39, Matthew Zuckerman 40, Tom Smith 41, Todd Beelmore 42, Brendan Langlands 43, Austin W. Reed 44, Daryl Carrington 45, Andrew Fagan in 46, Theo Nolasco 47, Oliver Brooks 48, Mark Sherman 49, Steve McAllister 50, John Balone 51, Patrick Rich 52, Michael Authen in 53, Chris Virgin 54, Cecil Booker 55, and Kobe Brooks in 56. Now those last couple, they may not show up, and it's good we're taking an ad break right as we haven't even got to the grading. I mean, we're at the grid, it's just not there yet. I did want to point you to something here, is we are now blessed again. I gotta find the driver. That's not them. I may not be able to see it from this angle here. I gotta find this person. Because there's no better... I don't think we're gonna see it here at the front of the grid. But if you stay with me... Now, we're gonna have to go backward. We still have some people gridding it up. There we go. Wait. You can hardly see it. No, that's unfortunate.
You're building this up, Jason.
There it is. We can see it. Seth Hansen. We got an anime waifu on the grid for us. It's a blessing. There you go. All right, not everyone's going to be a fan of that.
Yeah, this race start's going to be interesting. You can go too wide through T1 very easily, but once you get into the S's, it's very challenging to go too wide. And most incidents are at this kind of T2 and T3 area when the track really starts to pinch down. So T1 can have 3 or 4 cars wide, but it pinches up here. So it'll be interesting to see how everyone kind of handles that as well.
This, just like you're saying, this might be one of those races where if you could get out of the S's and onward, you might you might survive the rest of this race. But you got to get through that part. And Jacob Simmons is one of those drivers that made note of that mentally, preparing for this race. To say is, oh, we can get through it, and he's got a good chance here. He's third in championship. Peter Flanner is second in championship, and Mark Foley is one lane behind him. So, first half championship still up for grabs. Any early predictions? I'm thinking we don't survive the S's.
I imagine there's going to be a couple people on cold tires. It is very hard to do, especially kind of towards the back of the pack, because usually there's a large checkup that you don't expect it. I think the top kind of 4 are going to be battling, and whoever can come out of the pit stops first is going to have a huge advantage for the rest of the race and probably should win. But I don't know. They all are very similar in pace in the top 4, so this is going to be interesting.
Yes, it is. And you can just see... Oh, I wish there was a better view of that. Just how many, 56 drivers of that, 53 have opted to join in. And this is going to be... I mean, we've had this large of a grid before here at Road Atlanta, but wondering what's going to happen as we're about to go green. Kyle Sazer
got a good jump there.
Yeah, extremely good jump. As Jacob Simmons is now up into second over Austin McGill. I think he's going to have that going sort of into turn 1, but yeah, he has it. Austin McGill flashed him a little bit. And it looks like we're doing fine. There's a 2 wide scenario, and further back, you have drivers still holding up and continuing. Brandon Langlands is down 3, but only 1 driver off in the S's. But everyone else, I think, got away clean.
Wow, that is a very good start from everyone involved.
Ben Laughter was the only driver that had a drop of 36 positions, but beyond that, everyone else is literally 1 position gained or lost. Aiden Gertz here, down 3. That was mighty impressive. Max Poe, down 1. Is he going to try to retake his spot? He's got the inside line. Ooh. It's got it. Nope.
And you can battle along with those in that chicane, and then usually kind of set up for another battle here in T1 because you just both slow each other up.
Absolutely. And Max Poe does get a hold of that, and Prashant Jayaraman trying to make a move here on Elliot Burton. It's on the outside. Elliot holding firm in his spot. Ooh. Now a little bump there with Joshua D. It'll be difficult if they take this too wide. Joshua D ahead.
Yeah, you did a nice job tucking back inside. So you want to battle a little bit, but you quickly want to get back in line in these S's bursts. If you're left outside too long, everyone's going to be passing you at once.
Absolutely. Look at that. Chris Lambeth. Ooh.
Oh.
Take a brief look at the replay. Yeah. Alex Zier is not out of the woods just yet. Chris Stewart is up 2 spots, and he's battling here with John Storr. Gets ahead of him before we even get to the chicane. Good move.
Yeah, if you get a good run out of that quarter, getting on that straight, you can really chase people down.
Yeah.
So he did a nice job there.
And, you know, it's tough to make a judgment call when you just see a replay with a couple of seconds to go on that. So you don't have to make a little assessment there, Jeff. But we both... It's a...
That's not a usual overtaking zone in those kind of short corners. Usually people wait for the backstretch to make the moves. It's not wrong to make a move there. It's just a lot more difficult to pull it off.
Absolutely. Ben Laughter already up 5 positions from where he lost out because he was down 36, now down only 31. So we're going to see an improvement out of this driver. Oof, look at that. That's Andrew who coupled that together. Yeah, very nice save. Might have to go take a look at what happened here with Ben Laughter. It happened on lap 1 before the S's, but I mean, he's seemingly pulling back some spots. And that's Tom Smith ahead of him, who's got some damage on the front end.
If you go off in the grass at turn 1, you're just kind of out there in no man's land and a challenging place to rejoin as well.
Yeah.
So I'll be curious to when we get a chance to go back and see what actually happened to him there. I thought he was going to send it there. Oh, no.
That was Craig as well.
And I think we're going to see a lot more of that this race with the chicane, because usually you're battling side by side and you're just battling for every little space you can get to make any passes or successfully navigate through traffic here. Oh,
Wait,
just...
Did you... Wait. Let's look at this real quick. See that move down the... Ooh, you can't see from there. I think he just got ran through.
Yeah, traffic slowed up ahead of him, and someone didn't expect it.
3
Oh,
wide.
they were 3 wide. Oh, wow.
And then he gets pushed by 777. More like dipped, so to say. That is Patrick Rich, who did not qualify and is now up 14 spots. Ben Laughter just behind him. Also up 27. Or, not up, but making back spots, I should say. Well, Trey Mistack qualify at the back and push through the pack. It's not something you would like to do there, Jeff, would it?
No, it's really challenging to actually pass a lot of people in a short amount of time if you're starting from the back, because everyone takes slightly different lines, slightly different braking points. So it can be challenging to get trailing up close enough so you can pass them without causing an incident as well. So I'm happy to qualify where I qualify and then hang on to those positions as I can. Someone's getting a look down the inside. Looks like Austin's trying to mix it up with here Jacob, and Jacob's taking some defensive lines.
Yes, he is. And
it's going to put him at risk for the upcoming chicane, turn 10.
See what he does. What he's done, though, is pull this pack together. Now even Joshua Jablonski is in line to get really close. Look how close they're actually getting. Is he going to jump to the... See it? Ooh, that is expertly done. Taking it too wide. And then Travis Deegan trying to make a move here on Austin McGill. Down into turn 12. Ooh. That's a little squirrely.
That's a little door banging. That's kind of the danger you put yourself in if you're going to attack someone, is that you're both going to go slow enough. And if you don't get the move done, you're at risk from someone passing you behind, passing from behind. And now Joshua's taking a move on Travis or thinking about it.
Joshua is no stranger to trying to make some overtakes, and he's definitely thinking about it. He's definitely not one of those drivers to just stay right there behind somebody if he thinks he has a pace to go faster. I mean, look at him. He was faster on the last lap.
And he is right there on that bumper. And Austin, again, is looking left and right, trying to think what he can do to get around Jacob. But Jacob seems to have a lot of superior speed down this straightaway. And I wonder if he's running a lower wing configuration, or if he's just getting a much better exit out of that final corner.
You could hardly see it, but there's 2 battles happening right now. And we're looking at one of them. Travis Deegan just ahead of Joshua Jablonski, who we're on board with. And going into the corner there. No battle just yet. We'll go back over to Prashant Jayaraman. He's got Chris Stewart on his right. He's making a move for P16. Oop, slots back in.
Yeah, sometimes you just want to start edging out to let that other person start thinking about it a little too much. So when you finally send it, they don't expect it.
Yeah, it's definitely the case. A lot of good battles happening here. Bren Laughter is got Patrick Rich ahead of him. These two are just kind of like carving the way through the field together. 15 gain for Patrick, and they are 2 seconds away. Whoa, what's that? Oh, that's Seth Hansen. That's the waifu. Oh! Well, that was Austin W. Reed, who he was battling with. I mean, that waifu cursed that driver. Well, that's why you have to put them on your livery.
Oh, there's a safety car now.
Oof. There's a safety car. Craig Reese
no.
is parked it, so then, God, it's been a while since we ran the safety car. And now everyone is backing up. All right, well, let's take a look here and see what happened.
Austin loves his flashers.
We're on lap 7. So Austin W. Reed goes off at the same time that Craig Reese is also off track further up the...
It looks like Austin might not have expected him to hang around the inside.
So he's parked. Yeah, and then Craig Reese... Oh, he's off track. Would that count totally? Well, he's fully parked.
It's fully stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have 2 fully stopped cars as one of the triggers for the safety car.
Yeah, so there you have it. That's how we get this safety car. Elbows out, but lap 1 was surprisingly fine, I would say. Only 1 car off, and that was it. So let's take a look here. So we have time. Ben Laughter, opening. Ooh, okay, we're going to have to take a better look at that with the chopper cam. That might be Rodrigo Theory or Elliot Burton.
Oh, yeah, just...
I think that's netcode too, but that's it.
There's some netcode. At least he was able to keep it out of the wall.
Another view of... But
yeah.
Does he actually tap him, though? Oh, yeah. Slightly.
He taps him.
Unfortunate. But beyond that, everyone else, you can see everyone else just smooth as butter through that entire section.
They were even side by side navigating that. That was impressive work.
All the way to the top. It was just... Yeah. Everyone giving each other space.
Now, I haven't done the math yet, but I'm wondering if some people are going to pit and see if they can make it to the end of the race.
Ooh,
this upcoming pit stop.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be hard-pressed to see if anyone tries to make that move. Steve McAllister did have an incident on lap 2. Yeah, just into the barrier. And then Craig Carroll, we saw this one happen, but that was the 3rd incident. What's even more surprising is we've only had 3 incidents in this race. I don't know what management said to the drivers, but the safety has really risen in one race. There's only 3 incidents.
That's an impressive tally given how challenging this track is as well to navigate.
Yeah.
And avoid those incidents.
2 are collisions. Oh, we you know, one didn't even count, but the one with Chris Lambeth and Alex Zier, that one was also not counted. But that would have been... That's crazy. It didn't count that one. That would have been lap 3. Yeah, it does say... well, yeah, it doesn't count this one as a crash. Now if we go to right front... Or right rear, I should say. Oh, that's... I think that more telling? Or
Yeah.
Less?
I think that's a pretty ambitious move.
Well, the safety car is coming in on this lap, and we are... everything's been fully... I mean, all that work that Kyle Caesar did to... I think I want to say Cesar because that one guy, you know, the dog guy, Cesar Malone, something, I don't know. Anyway, his name was Caesar, but anyway, besides the point. Back to this, Jeff. Everything's been neutralized, so they are going to start single file, but ultimately there's no more gap that he has had. So when they do go in the pits, if they go into the pits, yeah,
Huh.
you can realistically see what you're saying about Mark. He could come back into this fight.
Yeah, he's definitely a big fuel saver, and especially in a track with a long couple draft sections like this. And you could do a big lift into turn 10 without losing too much speed. He can make a couple jumps if it stays bunched up. There were a couple that went in the pits. Chris Stewart, like the first one to pit, who was in the
Hmm.
teens. So it'll be interesting to see if he can kind of make this work. Followed by Matt Benson and then Jake Daly, Reagan Chandler, and some others. So they're at the back of the field, but if they fuel save correctly, they might not have to stop again. So
That'll
that'll
be
be
interesting.
certainly interesting to see how that works out at the end of the race.
Absolutely. A little squirrely there for Jacob Simmons, but now it's back in alignment. As Austin McGill definitely wanted to make a move there. Um, yeah, further back, Aiden has this little. Oh, actually, sorry, Elliott does. There's this little train following him. Ooh, back to P2 and 3. They are side by side. Now that's kind of.
Oh,
That's ambitious, and it's working.
Austin has been working on this for a while, trying to find a way around Jacob.
Jacob is giving him no space on the track. He's like, yeah, fine, you want this. You're going to stay on that side. Wow.
It's a completely fair racing maneuver. Oh, Austin's getting the push from
Travis
Travis, it
D.
looks like, to hopefully, because
Mm.
Travis wants to make up some ground. Oh,
Wow.
Austin with a nice slip right in front of
Oh,
Jacob.
yep. Travis
And hopefully
Deegan.
Mark didn't pick up nose damage from hitting Joshua there.
Yeah, I mean, the overlap was almost nothing. When they did the crossing over, that could have been an instant crash from any of these drivers, and they all kept it within the limits. But you don't want to see those limits being tested on lap 11. Ooh.
Wow, yeah, I mean, that was an impressive move. And let's see if Austin can kind of demonstrate that he's faster than Jacob. Let's see if he can pull away at all.
Elliot Burton, I think it's an Elliot. Nope, Peter Flanner. I think he had a squirrely exit, and now Nick Mazza is trying to capitalize. 3 wide. Chris Chitterling taking this 3 wide, and it's leading.
He had a clean exit, so. Oh. 3 wide won't work, but I'm curious to see how they make
Oh
this.
no. They're hitting.
Oh. That was smart by Chris Stewart to back tuck him behind. Oh, that was Nick Mazza.
Nick Mazza, his teammate though.
Well, there's still some door banging going around to trying to fight for these
Ooh.
positions.
Yeah. Elliot Burton making a move on Nick Mazza as well. All this shaping up. John Javecki trying to make a move here on Colin Pepper. Does so. That is one weird livery. Can't quite make it out. Some DHL something? Waffles? Waffle House.
Waffle House.
Oh, it's a Waffle House one. Sorry. There you go. Sean, who's down 4, has Rodrigo. Oop, it's got Chris Lambeth that he's trying to battle out here. It's just ahead of him.
And that's usually how you use those final 2 turns to kind of put someone offline and impact their ability to get it onto the straight with speed. That is a nice move
Yeah,
by Tom
Smith.
then.
Yeah, on the outside as well.
It was always tricky because you're trusting that person on the inside to hold their line. So you can kind of successfully go around the outside, but both drivers were giving each other a lot of space and respect there, which is always good to see.
You're saying Chris Stewart pit, and he did. He pit on lap 8, and so he's in 38th at the moment. He's lapping in the 120s. So, yeah. Jeff, I can't wait to see how that your commentary on whether or not this is gonna work out. That's gonna be it's gonna be a long one for these drivers. I don't know if
It's
it's
going to be
possible.
hard given the number of people in the field. He's going to just be pretty far back when the leaders do pit as well to see where he can spit himself out.
Yeah. It, just so your information on that one, the gap is uh is that right? It says 28 seconds, which I'm not sure that's enough. Aiden Gertz here and John Javecki battling, and John Javecki is holding in 12th. He's trying to get
this
Joshua
continuing to turn one unless he's going to tuck behind. Yeah, I agree with you. That's going to be a long gap to make up, especially given the pace difference that the leaders are probably running at.
Well, there you go. This is one of the first drivers in the top. What was he? 18? No,
I think he was coming in for a quick repair. Looked like his bumper had damage when he stopped.
Nick didn't have any contact with anyone. Let's see how that works out. He is in P47. He did a 40.2. Right now he's 43 seconds behind the leader. So, technically speaking, he could come right back out into the... Oh, what's that smoke?
Someone looks like they might have spun out in turn 5. That is a very tricky turn with the curbs you have to navigate successfully.
Yeah, well, he's near no one as well. That one's Joshua Jablonski. I think might have it on Travis Deegan. Into turn 1, he got it.
And Mark Foley's close behind as well now. And those top 6 that pulled away. Peter Flanner's a couple seconds behind him now.
It was John Balone. Yep, that's that smoke. Hot Wheels.
Oh, no.
Oh, and he's taking that long approach.
Oh.
He's back out there though. This group's been quick, and they're not escaping each other.
Prashant was enjoying the grass a little bit. That impacted his ability. It looks like he's trying to really get a run on Chris here. But he's really going to have to nail that last turn and make up that distance he just lost from his previous attempt.
I think he could get it back in a couple laps. I think Prashant's just an ebb and flow with his speed and his times. If we go off of the overall and class position, Mark Foley will finish 4th, ahead of Peter Flanner, who is in 2nd. Jacob Simmons is in 2nd in class, 3rd in the overall. 6th and P6 and P7 for Mark Foley and Peter Flanner. I don't know the stats numbers here with the new numbers that they aligned it up, but it still seems like Mark Foley might have a possibility of retaining his championship.
Now maybe look at the sheet and do some math real quick then.
Well, you got Peter, who's net half. The overall is 3,771 points for Mark Foley. Peter Flanner has 3,557. Jacob Simmons, it's a harder one for him because he got 3,272 points. So I think it still might be a net positive there for Mark Foley, who's sitting 4th in class, 6th in the overall. Craig Reese has got Forrest Holland just ahead of him. And I haven't spoke about it, but since we started this race, but let's go to our class leaders. Kyle Caesar up 2.6 seconds right now for the rookie class. I would say rookie's last, but he's in first. Oh,
I think that Jacob just got around Austin somewhere.
Oh, bad exit there for Austin. Jacob's right back ahead. Jacob Simmons leading. This actually makes it worse for Mark. That's more points swaying to the pro winner, who's sitting second in the overall, first in class for the leaders. Elliot Burton doing pretty good. 6 positions gained. He's got a good gap to the guys behind him. He's catching his teammate. They're not going to fight each other. They could just shake and bake to the end. They're not the shake and bake team, but Draft Punk Gold this to the end. Jeff, you have teammates. How do you guys go about these sort of scenarios when you're now locked in a race that you're next to each other?
Usually you just try to work off each other until the pit cycles. And once the pits are usually done or closer to the end, because you want to maximize your total overall race speed. So if you're battling right now, you're just going to pull whoever's behind you into the battle as well. So usually you kind of save fighting until after the pits, and then you will continue your battle and kind of race to the end for position. It's usually how I've done it for the team events.
Yeah. That was slightly scary. If you didn't see, the Cookie Monster was a little bit slower through the S's, and Chris Lambeth was getting those blue flag PTSD moments.
I think the Cookie Monster is doing a good job getting out of the way as quickly as he can and as safe as possible. This is a tricky track because those S's are a long cycle time, and you can't easily kind of yield a position.
Yeah.
A nice little recovery there by Brandon after touching the rear. Oh no!
Daryl Carey. That's a rough one there. Craig Carroll gets by as well. These guys at the back of the field are still racing for some stuff here. Connor Greer has 2/10 on Reagan Chandler. And it is close. Chris Stewart, who's now kind of regaining spots. He's going to regain some more. Just overtook Oliver Brooks there. So there's never any of those, hey, buddy, I'm faster than you, let me by.
If you know someone is faster than them, you can let them by because, again, you're just trying to both go as fast as you can.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can always fight later as well. Plus, to me, I'm always happy to be directly behind someone to fuel save a little bit more and then just overtake them in the pits without losing any time on track battling them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, there's a...
Oh.
Yeah, I think John did a nice way of getting out of the way as best he could there. The S's are just so tricky when it comes to traffic.
Yeah. I mean, still, I would just go as quick as you are, but these guys are seemingly just way too faster than the other guys. So they're trying to get out of the way. So that's part of it.
As I said, there's just kind of not as many straights as some other tracks. So in that long section of turns, kind of breeds almost blue flag incidents, which I'm sure we'll see a lot more as this race continues, especially with the pit cycles coming up.
Oh no. Austin McGill is out of this race. I don't see anything happening to him. Brandon Langlands and Miss Your Machine. It's a little spin. Oh, he still hasn't been able to get back out. All right.
Austin disconnected, so that's not a good sign.
Yeah. Colin Pepper, the Waffle House. He was sitting next to, I think, Chris Lambeth, I believe. Oh, there's Chris Chitterling there. And they're both out. One pit on lap 13 with a 39.6. Sherling with a 40.2. Lap 21 to 13. That's a big difference. I don't know if the undercut's going to be really a fancy thing to do.
And it could be advantageous if you're stuck behind someone and you think you're faster. You can always pit a little bit earlier to maybe find some clear track to run your faster pace. So when they pit, you can come out, they will come out of the pits behind you. But with the new tire model, you never really take tires at the pit stops anymore to really kind of use that to your advantage at all.
Yeah, but what I would just say, like with the Sprint Championship, it's no one's ever really taking tires. But when we do those long ones, people end up doing that for that reason. It works out for some people, not others. But you're the one that mentioned for these lap 8 guys, they're now in the 20s, and as it stands, Chris Stewart is still 42 seconds back on the race leader. So I don't even know where he was at before he went to the pits, but I don't know if this is really working out.
P8, 18 or 17, so he might. I don't know if he'll be able to make enough fuel, but we'll kind of see where he's able to kind of land himself when I guess that all is done.
Yep.
Matt Benson's another one who pitted already as well, so he's trying to make his way through. Can he get it done? Oh, he just didn't have the overlap there.
That is gonna be a reviewed move. It's not. Matt, where is Matt Benson actually at right now? He's P16. He's P6 in the Pro-Ams. No. Got Chris Stewart just ahead of him. He's P5.
I don't know, Matt was happy to be out of the kind of amateurs to make it into Pro-Am this season.
Yeah, he was winning a bunch of the amateur races. Or just the AM class. I am curious. We got a 40.0 on lap 22. Joshua Jablonski. What's he going to do? Kyle's in. Jacob's in. Travis Deegan went in. Peter Flanner's gone in. Elliot Burton, Nick Mazzo, John Dravecki. Rodrigo Theory. Brandon Burns, maybe. Let's see what he's going to do. Mark Foley's out. And Mark's going to go for the overcut. Now, Mark's the one to worry about here. Ooh. Brandon Burns is in. Seth Hansen is in. Joshua Jablonski's lining up around the final corner. Where is Kyle here? Kyle is not there just yet. He's exiting, so is... Yeah, these guys are going to get out with a little bit of a cushion to Joshua Jablonski. Now, how big of a cushion? Oh. Seth Hansen has yet to pit. Travis Deegan back out, and he's retaking a spot on Joshua Jablonski. Didn't work out for him.
He lost out there, so Mark was fuel saving as expected to kind of shorten his pit cycle, so we'll see if he can jump anyone when he eventually comes out of the pits.
Take a look here and see if he's going for it. Yes, he is. We'll take a look at him shortly. Matt Benson is in the running here with Nick Mazza behind. Nick Mazzon is out and down into 12th. So Matt Benson. Oh, whoa! Your lap 8 guys are showing up. Ben Laughter, lap 8, now at 5. He's regained everything and then some. Peter Flanner overtaking him. Kyle is down into turn 1. Where is Mark Foley? Mark Foley is exiting the pits. Travis Deegan through. Mark Foley now battling with Josh Jablonski. He is right back where he started. It did not make much of a difference. Actually, no, he's up 1. Sorry. He got Peter. No.
Well, I thought he was P5. I think he was. Because, yeah, he was 6, but Austin dropped. That's why.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that was Austin. Austin was in the running. So now Jacob Simmons has no one to really contend with for the pro. run right
But
now.
Jacob is really right on Kyle's tail now. So Kyle now is someone to battle with him for the rest of the race.
That is the crucial part here, is he now has the overall. Maybe the points that will be necessary to make the championship go to him. Mark's been very close in the championship a couple times now. He hasn't won at the championship. Jacob Simmons has. I think if I'm correct, Jacob Simmons has won twice. Elliot Burton and Nick Mazza going side by side in turn 12. Jeff, where do you find yourself when you have to go side by side, especially at Road Atlanta like this? And then you got lap traffic ahead of you.
This is really hard at turn 1, especially you want to carry as much speed as you can.
Oh, no!
Elliot just tried to carry too much speed, and that grass comes up so fast.
Oh,
yeah, I've done that before.
I don't know if you would even say that the oh, that's a little slippery on the exit. Would you even say that the blue flags had anything to do with that? Those two were carrying out wide anyway.
I think it might have made him nervous, but it was really just they wanted to carry both as much speed as possible to get the pass done into T1, and Elliot just ended up just drifting, I think, slightly wide there, causing an incident. Oh, here comes Jacob. Nice move. Can he get the power down and maintain it? Oh, he's going to pull ahead into the P1.
Kyle Caesar, though, with the switchback. Nope. Opts the slide back in. Jacob Simmons, no race leader. The pros. Making the rookies. Let the rookies know who's the boss here. Although I wonder if
Jacob's running a low wing. He seems to be very fast on the straight, which makes it challenging in the S's, but it makes it hard to kind of pass anyone. Or sorry, for anyone to pass you then.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah, because he was holding Austin back quite for some time as well. You got your lap 8 drivers here. Let's see if they can hold on to the end of this race. We're on lap 26 or 35. Ben Laughter, who literally was down 36 positions at the start of this race, lap 1, turn 1, exit of turn 1 technically, and he's now at 5 spots. Turn that negative into a positive, and then some. P7. Wow.
If he still has to pit, or...
Hey, you brought it up. We'll see if you've got Jake Daly here, Chris Stewart, Matt Benson, Connor Greer. They're still in the mix as well. And we'll see.
Yeah, if they can make this fuel save work to the end, this is going to be a very smart strategic decision by them. Brandon with a nice little switchback there to get the run on Elliott. Can he maintain it into T1? We'll get the replay. Oh, Elliott had just enough speed to continue on.
Yeah, and Tyler Kern getting involved on this as well. Draft Punk Silver.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. He's got kind of teammates in front and behind him.
Got a battle back here for P44 and 43. Todd Buellmore. Got the rest of the field, P9 and onward, worry about. But, geez, that's a lot of cars in one go. Talking about 42 and 43 when you got P9 all the way back to Chris Chittering in P16 in a lineup. I don't even know which car to choose to look at. They're all... Oh, and Todd Buellmore makes the move, and Todd gets by on Steve McAllister for 43rd.
Oh, that was a very smart move. He had that opportunity, and now it's just a line of cars.
And they're all trying to make their way through as Steve McAllister gets out of the way of all these drivers, and he is Now we're going to see that snake run away from him, as that is definitely going to be scary to be around.
That was a nice move by Steve, kind of getting out of the way and not affecting the others' races.
Yeah, absolutely. Then you got Max Poe, Todd Buellmore just ahead of him, and Todd's only has to contend with one of these drivers. He breaks a little bit. But he's got a ways to go. And Chris Chitterling on Connor Greer. Ooh, it's hard to make that work, Jeff.
The outside's getting really tricky. I think there's more marbles in there as well, which means you're going to lose grip around the outside. Oh, wow. This is going to be interesting going down to the chicane now.
A couple battles happening on this straight as well. I was clicking on one. I was like, wait, this isn't over. Got Aiden Gertz in the background. Chris Lambeth gets by.
That was a nice move. Just broke as late as possible and carried enough speed to get through the chicane very quickly.
Aiden trying to make a move here on Rodrigo Theory. Or I think maybe even holding position. Something must have happened to him because he's down 10.
Oh, that's a nice move to kind of maintain your speed on the outside of T1. Yeah, this track is very good for kind of tight racing and allows a couple potential zones for passing. Oh, Colin. A late dive into that corner. Nicely done.
Yeah, that was
Chris Chitterling.
Yeah, it was Chris Chitterling, but Colin Pepper is well within this stack. There's a good number of them back here, and further back, you got Eric Koonsman and Tyler Kern and Angel Bonello Soda all battling here. And at one point, Angel Bonello Soda was leading the AM class, but he's actually got Tyler Kern battling for P1 in class. And he's ahead.
Yeah, Tyler was able to hang on there. It looks like Angel tried to sneak in behind as well, but just didn't have enough room to make it happen.
Well, there's 5 laps left to go, and Angel Bonello Soto could be seeing his first win. Tyler Kern, however, may take it as long as he can maintain this. He's got Eric Koonsman just ahead of him. This is going to be quite the spicy race towards the end here.
Oh. Yeah, we still have P1 and P2 very closely together, along with tried all these other battles in as well.
Here we go. This is on lap 29. This is how Kyle Caesar got through. It looks like he chopped a little bit of the edge. Oop. Kind of the same move he got done to him. And your race leader back at it. The rookie race leader. And then Jacob Simmons, leader for the pros.
I'm sure Jacob's going to be lining up a straight to hopefully get another good run.
I don't think it's going to work out. Ben Laughter's back in the pits, probably for fuel. Where is who is it? Chris Stewart?
Or Stewart pit.
He hasn't pit again, but he's on the lap. So our 22s, Jake Daly's still out there.
Yeah, if he's already having to pit, I'm not sure the rest of them are going to be able to make it on the fuel save strategy by pitting early.
Yeah, that's going to be that will, yeah, I think that's going to let us know. And you look at Chris Stewart is letting people by. He might not have enough fuel right now.
Yeah, this is where he was when he chose to pit, so this is not going to work out well for him then position-wise for the race.
Guess we'll see if he drops the order again, but yeah, that's not great.
Eric Koonsman, though, showing up 12 positions, so he's had quite the race.
Tyler Kern is trying to make a move here, and I think he's going to be able to do it because, look at, he's lifting.
He's going to try to make it, it looks like.
Staying out. Rough. Craig Reese making a move here on Braden Daniels. He gets through. Just wanted to make a note, Jeff. P12 to P18, all pro-ams. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
It's all purple.
That's going to mean everyone's going to be battling because it's going to mean a little more to knock someone down as well.
Yeah. Eric Koonsman's the last one in this little group. You can't see him. Oh, there he is at the final as he's exiting the corner, but yeah, just a little group. It's Chris Lambeth. Hey, this is Chris Lambeth's first chance. I don't know how close he was before, but if he passes Jake Daly, he could win his first Pro-Am race. And he gets through.
That was a nice move.
4 laps to go.
Clinical move.
Oh, and Jake is going into the pits. Jake was a lap 8 driver.
Oh. Yeah, the rest of them are going to have to pit then, I imagine, as well. That didn't work out for him.
No. And Chris Stewart also goes in. Yep.
Hey, can you go to P? Can you go to Jacob?
Yep. It says it's the final lap too, which we had 4 laps to go just a minute ago. He wasn't able to make anything
That was
happen.
a very tight battle on the chicane there.
Yeah. Kyle Cesar in P1, Jacob Simmons P2, Travis Deegan P3, Joshua Jablonski P4, Mark Foley P5, Peter Flanner P6, Nick Mazza P7, Max Poe P8, John Javecki P9, Chris Chitterling P10, Colin Pepper P11, Chris Lambeth is holding his first ever win here as long as he continues this. He's not across the line just yet, but this is going to be Chris Lambeth's first win. First win for Kyle Caesar. Jacob Simmons has felt that before. Aiden Gertz in P13. Joshua D P14. Rodrigo Theory 15. Brandon Burns 16. Eric Koonsman 17. Tyler Kern 18. Braden Daniels 19. Greg Reese 20. Angel Bonello Soda 21. Forrest Holland 22. Seth Hansen 23. Tom Smith 24. Greg Carroll 25. Jake Daly, Felipe B. Nunez, Felipe B. Nunez 26. Jake Daly 27. Ben Lafter 28. Connor Greer 29. Matt Benson 30. Elliot Burton 31. Matthew Zuckerman 32. Zach Probst 33. Regan Chandler 34. Chris Stewart 35. Daryl Carrington 36. Theo Nolasco 37. Brandon Langlitz 38. Mark Sherman 39. Todd Buellmer 40. Andrew Fagan 41. Steve McAllister 42. Kobe Brooks 43. Rick Wishon 44. John Balone 45. Marshall Scary 46. Prashant Jayaraman 47. Oliver Brooks 48. Austin McGill 49. John Storer 50. Patrick Rich 51. Austin W. Reed 52. And Alex Zier 53. That is everybody, and we are going to probably have a couple of drivers in the cool-down room.
Current dominant, good board fans.
And Jacob Simmons, congratulations. P2, but a P1 in class. I'm not sure how the math is going to work out. Maybe you get P1. Maybe Mark Foley was able to hold you off being 3rd in class, but 5th overall. But again, congratulations. With the first half now done, how do you think you're going to go for in the second half with the consistency?
Yeah, I don't know. That was a fun race. Yeah, we'll see. I haven't exactly been the most consistent this first half of the season, so we'll see how it goes. But it was fun. That was a great race. That was a fun battle with Who's that new guy? Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle Caesar.
Um,
How was that? I mean, you
yeah,
guys were so close so many times. He made this.
yeah,
He did the same move that
yeah. That
you got
was
him on, and he got you back on. So how'd that?
yeah.
That
That was a
was
really fun battle.
yeah.
We were going back and forth that whole second half of the race, but yeah, that was super fun. It was good, clean racing. It was a blast. So he's super quick. What happened to Austin? Does everybody know what
He
happened to Austin? He just
disconnected. He went into the pits and just
DC'd?
disconnected. Yeah.
Weird. Yeah,
It's
he
unfortunate.
was like right on my butt, and
He
then
was
just
quick. He was giving you
left.
a run for your money, and then yeah, he did leave. I mean, great moves at the end there. I mean, trying to make it work. You did make it work for a little bit, but then was it that you just had like a slightly sloppy exit on exit the
Yeah,
chicane? Yep.
yeah. He just got a way better run out of that last corner than I did, and pulled it off. So, but yeah, he defended really well and got the power down when he needed to. But yeah, it was fun, super fun, good racing.
I mean, thanks for joining us, Jacob. Congratulations again for the P1 in class, second overall. And Jeff,
Hey,
anything else to say to Jacob?
No, congratulations. That was an amazing battle that you and Kyle Rota put on with nice, clean racing. So kudos to you.
yeah, thanks, man. Missed you out there today.
Yeah, I'll be there next week. Don't worry, bringing it to you.
Nice, nice.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, Jacob.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Tyler Kern, congratulations. P1 in class, P18 in the overall. How did that feel? You had Braden Daniels right behind you. You had Eric Koonsman in front of you. I mean, a couple pro-ams. How did it feel knowing also you passed I think it was Angel Bonello Soto, or was it Craig Reese to get P1? I think it was Angel Bonello Soto, but how did you know you're fighting for the class win there?
Yeah, it did. So I was following Angel around, and obviously Angel's really quick. And then he had an incident where he spun kind of towards the pits, and I figured if I just could keep my head down and keep turning fast laps, I might be able to jump him in the pit stop. And I jumped him in the pit stop, and Craig must have had a really good pit stop, I think, because he cycled through past Forest. So, um, but yeah, that was a tough race. That's a hard track, and it doesn't let up ever.
It really doesn't, especially when you see just like a snake of like cars. I mean, you were involved in like a couple of trains there. It must have been kind of worrying, just being in those trains, being that close to another car, and not sure how it's all going to work out, especially on lap one. Did you feel like everything worked out on lap one?
Yeah, I was happy to get through lap one, just because there's so many blind corners here that it's tough to see where you're going. So sometimes people spin and you don't know which way they're going to go. And then turn 7 before the back straight, that one was tough too because if somebody checks up a little bit there, you're worried you're going to get hit from behind. So yeah, it's tough when you're in the trains there. You're just kind of fighting for your life.
Yeah, absolutely. Jeff, anything else to add?
Congratulations. You're kind of very quick here, and kudos to your win.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you for joining us, and hopefully, we just keep seeing you. I mean, just one lasting remark is joining the Draft Punk group helping you out, getting faster.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a really fast group of guys, and Rodrigo is really helpful. My teammate, he was um, helping me make a setup and kind of tweak it so that it worked well here. So yeah, it's been a good group of guys to learn from. So I appreciate joining their team.
Well, great, congratulations on the win, and thanks for joining us there, Tyler.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Mhm. And thank you everybody for joining us, and thank you Jeff Kaufhold for joining me as well in the booth as the second commentator. It's always great to have just the knowledge and wisdom of a driver who's actually just been with these guys, racing with these guys, and kind of knows some of the personalities involved.
Thanks. It was very, very enjoyable. Nice to watch the race from this perspective.
It is a little different, and sometimes it's better this way because then you get to just see. You don't get disappointed. Is all I got to say. I'm not the one that's disappointed. I just see the disappointment in some of these drivers. uh, but again, yeah, thank you everybody for joining me. Thanks again to Jeff and everyone. We'll be back, or I'll be back on the next one, round 7 for the second half of the championship for season 17. Thanks and bye.